Blue Lunar Night, the day out of time for this galactic year as we're shifting from one year to another. So this is the day out of time that allows us to let go of the year that's gone and empty out for the year that's coming. So these day out of times are always in the signal kin, which is my soul family archetypes, which is connecting to timelessness, to going outside of time, going to the divine. And in this wave of white wind that we are in, the second day of the wave, this Blue Lunar Night, which is holding our day out of time this year, is all about the challenge of the unknown and befriending that space, the polarity of the unknown. So in this unknown space, at one polarity, we have our fears and the worst case scenarios that we have conjectured might exist. So we have those at one end, the nightmare of the dark night of the soul. And on the other end is this nothingness, this lack of definition, this space where we can rest in the void. When we came into existence, we rested in the space that was our mother's womb. And we are preparing now to rebirth in this new Mayan year that's coming tomorrow. And so we're in this space before something new sprouts. And so in that space, we want to empty out all of the past so that we can create something that is not born of the past, something else, something coming from someplace deeper than our fears. Because when we're lost, which Blue Lunar Night speaks to, getting lost in the dark, we need to have the ability to breathe into our soul and connect with the intuition, because when we are moving around in the dark, we can't use the same faculties that we use in our daytime reality. We're having to tap into deeper senses, soul senses, spiritual technologies that we haven't awakened as yet, but was well known in many indigenous cultures as they did vision quests. They would go out into the dark and face their fears, and through their fears they would receive a gift, some illumination. So the hidden power of Blue Night is white mirror, which represents truth. It's the light of truth that lights the way and aligns us with the higher truth, so puts us back into alignment with our divine selves. And so we're in this process of white wind, and it's holding the year ahead. And this day, the day before the new year, the day out of time, is a time for us to really go beyond what we can imagine. So at one end we can imagine the worst case scenario. What is the best case scenario? And what if there was something better than that we can't even imagine? Could we hold space for what is unknowable, for the mystery, for that spiritual impulse of life? Would we get out of the way and allow that to come through? And so that's where we are. We're in this undefined space, and we're letting go of all definitions and seeing what the whisper of spirit will be, what seeds will start to stir that are coming from a deeper place, an undefined space that would create something that we could move into as we evolve as spiritual beings, having a human experience, taking our human experience to a whole new level, the sixth sun level of consciousness, where we are no longer in forgetfulness, where we remember who we are on a soul level, and in that reality we're able to exist in peace and love and harmony and co-create heaven on earth as was originally intended, because we'll be at the level of heart consciousness, the consciousness of love, where we have remembered that we are all one and all connected with all that is, and so therefore no longer have to be in a dualized power struggle reality where we're learning to remember our power and reclaim our power and stand in our power without overpowering anything or anyone. So this is the space we are in now. This is the opportunity of the moment. How much can we clear the space so that the original seeds that were sown within us can sprout forward and come through us? Because we were star-seeded here. We're made of the stars and the earth. We're spiritual beings of light. Spiritual beings of light incarnated in form in this material reality. And as we remember this spiritual aspect, we're able to bring that into manifestation more, which is the whole point of our existence here. And so this year that we're going into is all about us remembering that we're spiritual beings first, and with that spiritual reconnection we can no longer be lost, even if it's very, very dark.